they've got some dark down in the recesses, and that really sets off the design. So just so you know, okay? All right, so is this the right size? Because I think I've got a little larger one here too.
The smaller one will work.
The smaller one,
Mhm.
all right. Okay, so there's a couple different ways to set a stone. More clay. Clay, where are you? Here you are. All right, so if you've got a stone this is fairly good size one, we're going to do what we call just a little pillow set. So this works really good if you've got nice fresh clay, because we're going to be pushing down on it. So we're going to take something pointy and we're going to poke a hole in it. And what that does is that gives the point of this stone a direction to go, because sometimes if you don't do that, it'll just go sideways on you. So I'm going to set it in there. Then I'm going to take something flat, preferably clear, and I'm just going to press down on that. Boom, like that. Okay. All right, so my So what you've got on a faceted stone is you've got the point that comes down this way, and then you've got a flat edge, which is called the girdle, and then it's faceted in, and then you've got the table on top, okay? The girdle is what you've got to get into the clay. The clay cannot be below the girdle. It can't be sitting right on the edge of the girdle, because as it shrinks back, it's going to pop that stone out. Whether it happens now or later, it will pop out.
So it has to be deeper down?
Yeah, so what we did here, by making that ball and pressing this down, is we've got this clay even with the table, but it hasn't compromised that side faceting. So we've got it very well set in there. And then we can take something round. So this is the trickiest part, is getting this thing centered on where we want to cut it.
Then you cut like make it bezel edge.
Okay, so we're going to drop that around there. Try to center it as best as we can. And cut it. Thank you. All right. So this is going to be bigger than what you want the setting to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this dry in the dryer. Then you have the opportunity to sand it down, and then it'll be just like attaching dry clay to dry clay. It's going to sit up there. All right. Now, if this was for something that, say you wanted to set a pair of earrings or something, this only works on large stones. You can't take these little teeny tiny guys and do that. But if you wanted to make a hole in there, then I would have cut the hole first, then pressed the stone down in, and then did my outside shape. Now the outside shape is not dictated by the stone. You know, you can cut squares, you can cut triangles, you can cut whatever shape you want. But the important part is that when you cut, that you stay away from these edges a little bit right here. Because if you get it too close, then as the clay fires, it's going to split and come right into, you know, where this little edge right here, the stone will show through the edge. So we just want to just very lightly run that in our fingers just to make sure it's pressed up against it again. Because when you cut, it's going to splay that clay away from the edge. So go ahead and set that in the dryer. So that's the easiest way to set the stone.
So what you're saying is if you wanted it further independent,